So I'm going to start by just explaining a little bit about traveling with the car seat. There are broadly 3 different types of certifications for car seats: the US, Europe, and Australia. Singaporean cars have European seat belts, so you will get the safest, best fit in a taxi or a grab car in Singapore by choosing a European car seat. It's also the easiest to install in a Singaporean taxi or grab car. You can get an American car seat to fit in a Singapore taxi, but you will need extra hardware to make that happen. You will need a locking clip, and it's an extra step, and it can sometimes complicate matters. Australian car seats are not compatible with taxis or grab cars in Singapore, full stop, because for 2 reasons. Number 1, Australian car seats all must use a top tether anchor, and not all cars in Singapore have those. And secondly, if you're looking at a car seat that will actually attach onto your stroller, like click on and off your stroller, then those kind of car seats in Australia can only be used when you click them into a base in the car, and the base can take a little while to install, and you don't want to be toting around a 6 kilogram base for a car seat in the bottom of your stroller basket. So I have selected some European infant car seats that are compatible with your pram. Now, I've only chosen infant car seats, not convertible car seats. Convertible car seats you can use for infants, and you can use for toddlers, often up until the child is about 4 years old. You can hear my 4-year-old in the background. And those, so your pram, this Joolz Hub pram, is not compatible with any toddler car seat. You could hack some car seats. The only one that would be suitable from birth is the Cosco Scenario Next. I can send you the link, but I haven't put it up on my screen because I don't think you're going to be that interested in it yet. You could potentially hack that car seat onto your pram. You can check taxibaby.com/stroller hacks to see how other parents have done their prams. But it is going to be, for this pram particularly, it is going to be vastly less convenient to use that than it would be to use an infant-only car seat. Now, infant-only car seats, they will be outgrown typically in the 2nd year of the child's life. So sometime between them turning 1 and sometime between them turning 2, typically, but it all comes down to size, not age. So for the 2 car seats I'm going to show you, the child's head must be fully contained inside the shell of the car seat. The head can't be poking out the top of the car seat. And they need to stay inside the weight limit, and I'll show you what that is for one of them it's 13 kilos, and for the other I think it's 12, but we can look together. Let's get cracking to have a look at these options. So these are the car seat adapters that you can use with the Joolz Hub. They're made by Joolz for the Hub, and that's what you need to do. You need to choose the car seat adapters that were made by the pram for the pram. Interestingly, they list a bunch of car seats, but this is not actually the full list. So the vast majority of infant car seats, they all use the same adapter. And so looking at this list, I can tell you maybe they chose not to include some of them because they don't get kickbacks from them, or they don't have like a relationship with the brand. Who knows? But the 2 notable ones that I'm going to recommend that aren't on this list are the Be Safe car seats and the Mountain Buggy car seats. And Phil and Ted's, by the way, is owned by the same people who own Mountain Buggy. So the Phil and Ted's car seats would also be compatible. There we go. Okay, so we're going to look at a mountain buggy car seat and a B-safe car seat. We're going to start, and I've used both of them, by the way. They just have very different features and they have different price points to address those features. But in the grand scheme of all of these car seats, they are among the lightest and they're the easiest to install in Singapore, and that's why I've chosen them. So we used to recommend these car seats long before we sold them, and we just started selling them because we recommended them so regularly. So the Mountain Buggy Protect is a fantastic price at $183. It's also among the lightest infant car seats out there. It's only it's under 3.5 kilos, and it's also the narrowest infant car seat. So this might be important in the future if you have another kid or you need to put 2 adults in a car seat in the back of the taxi. So you'll see here it's compatible with any strollers with Maxi Cozy and Cybex adapters, which we know the Joolz Hub has. Let me find a picture. It's got really nice fabric. That's it on a mountain buggy pram. There we go. And it's got 2 infant inserts which you can remove at different points to make sure that it fits the child throughout. And this little piece of padding here, it's different from the padding on other infant car seats, and it works really well. Also, the chest pads. So chest pads are not usually there for the child's safety. They're actually there to make it really easy for you to clean spit up. And the bigger the chest pads, I mean, like as parents, we think, well, more padding must be better, but in this particular area, it's not. So I'd like that the chest pads on this car seat are not too bulky, and they're also really, really easy to remove to clean spit up, so that you don't have to unthread the whole harness just to clean the spit, like the milk, vomit, that kind of thing. The other one that we will look at is the Be Safe Easy Go, and it is right on the edge of your budget at $470. It's also considered a lightweight car seat, so it's only 4.2 kilos. I mean, some of the Cybex car seats exceed 7 kilos. So if you think of that plus all of the extra weight, that's huge. Now, Be Safe is the Scandinavian brand. It's from Norway, and it has best-in-class safety features. So you'll see here it's got removable side impact protection. This acts like a bubble. So when you install the car seat on the one of the outboard sides, like behind either the driver or the passenger, this little bit goes on the door side. So if there is a side impact, this little guy acts like an energy sponge, and he will absorb a really decent chunk of the crash forces before they even start to impact the occupant inside the car seat, and that's fantastic. The material is a lot fancier and more plush on these car seats, and just as a whole, it's kind of a more expensive, luxurious car seat. And if I may be so bold, it's more in line with the Joolz Hub. Like we can kind of, you can kind of guess the category of products that you like based on the category of products that you've already bought. And the Joolz Hub is a premium pram, and the Be Safe Easy Go modular is a premium car seat. So it comes in a bunch of different colors. They're all very nice. It's got an ergonomic handle. All of this kind of tucks away nice and neatly. Again, the chest pads just clip off, so they're very easy to clean. If you have a very, very tiny baby, you may have to remove these initially because they may just be too long for the baby's torso. But then you can pop them back on later. When you are ready to bring Bub home from the hospital, do snap a picture of them in the car seat, send it to me, and I will give you some tips. with some of, not these two car seats, these two car seats fit tiny newborn babies very well, but some of the other infant car seats don't fit tiny babies that well. They fit babies better from about 1 month. And so what you want to be sure of when baby goes into the car seat is that the chin is not touching the chest. So if that is a concern, you need to turn the baby's head to the side and lift the corresponding arm up. And then on the way home, you just do the other way. But do take a picture of Bub in the car seat so that I can give you any advice just in case it's not quite the right fit. So to summarize, I think you should look at infant car seats because I think the Costco Scenario Next will not be convenient for you for the first year or two. And because you're going with an infant car seat, I encourage you to stick with it for as long as possible. So this one is it's an eye-size car seat, so you want to make sure that the child is below 12 kilos and that the head is contained inside the shell. Mountain Buggy Protect, you need to make sure the child is below 13 kilos and head is contained inside the shell. We find that parents tend to graduate their child or think about graduating their child to the next car seat sometimes 6 to 12 months before they really need to. And with your particular pram, with the Joolz Hub, these infant car seats are going to be by far the most convenient, much more convenient than toddler car seats. When it comes time to look for a toddler car seat, your two options, if you still don't have a car, will be the Urban Kanga. Okay, the Urban Kanga or the Costco Scenario Next. The Costco can be used from birth, but the Urban Kanga cannot. The Urban Kanga is a forward-facing car seat, which means it faces the front of the car. And these kinds of car seats are 5 times less safe than rear-facing car seats. The Costco is a rear-facing car seat. It can be used forward-facing, but it really shines as a rear-facing car seat. If you end up finding that you're traveling a lot by then, and that the Joolz Hub is not convenient for you to travel with, I would encourage you to look at the Mountain Buggy Nano. I think it is the best travel pram available. It is officially compatible with the Costco Scenario Next and a bunch of other car seats. And it's got a 20 kilo weight limit and it's cabin sized. So if you do end up going with one of the infant car seats, and then you think that after that you want to move into an Urban Kanga, that's even more of a reason to stick the infant car seat out for as long as possible, because you want to delay moving your child into a forward-facing car seat for as long as you can. Right. If you've got any other questions on this, let me know and I will get back to you. I hope you're having a good day. See ya.